Welcome to the Classy Counsel, Reflections for the Wise and Elegant Lady. I am Nadia, your elegance coach, and in this weekly podcast, I bring you insights on how to cultivate the attributes of a lady that is elegant and not only elevated in terms of appearance, but also on a much deeper level, spiritually elevated. You'll find cross-references made with verses from the Bible and from other sources of wisdom. Whether you are a beginner or advanced in your journey towards the most elegant version of yourself, a curious learner, or simply looking for some more elegant mindset inspiration, you are in the right place. So, grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and join me on this journey of discovery and growth. Excellence is not an isolated act, it is a habit. Leonardo da Vinci. Excellence is defined as the constant search for perfection, striving for the best in everything we do. It is synonymous with quality, superiority, and accomplishment. And its opposites include mediocrity, negligence, and incompetence. We come back a little to the idea of personal development that we saw in one of the previous episodes. The slight difference is found in the notion of perfection. Indeed, when I spoke to you about the desire for personal growth as being one of the attributes of the elegant woman, it is indeed the desire for improvement. Excellence includes this desire for improvement, but aiming for perfection. We seek the perfecting of certain particular skills. Now, what would be the advantages of cultivating excellences as an elegant woman, of course? First thing, it will be to improve your reputation and self-image. Being known for excellence attracts respect and admiration from others. So you are actually, with excellence, you're building credibility. And second thing, it's also the assurance to always be at a satisfactory level for yourself. Aiming for excellence is exactly like the quote says, aim for the moon to reach the stars. If we set the bar high, we will have three options. Either we reach this bar, which is good, or we exceed it, even better. Or we do not reach it, but we come close to it, and that's not bad. It's still satisfactory. In any case, we are not good. If we aim for 10 and we start from 2, is it really a failure if we didn't reach 10, but we went from 2 to 8? It's, again, a difference of perspective. Yes, I wanted to reach 10, but I reached 8. But it's not a failure because I went from 2 to 8. Where the quest for perfection can be harmful is when the obsession with 10 is such that we show no self-indulgence when we do not achieve it. Focusing on the failure of non-10 without seeing the success represented by going from 2 to 8. Now, how will the elegant woman demonstrate excellence? She can do it in all aspects of her life. First, I think that's the primary one. It's by taking care of her appearance. You recognize an elegant woman because she excels in her taking care of her appearance. She chooses quality, well-cut clothing. She adopts impeccable hygiene, and she takes care of her body. Second thing, she pays attention to her behavior in society. So, of course, she masters etiquette and good manners. She shows refinement, politeness, and respect towards others. It will also demonstrate in her professional life by being fully invested in her work, by aiming for perfection in her achievements, and by developing her skills. And of course, in her personal life. by maintaining healthy and rewarding relationships, cultivating her mind, and engaging in activities that she is passionate about, the woman of value will have a curious side. She will seek to know more, to improve her existing skills. She will not take her knowledge or her abilities for granted. On the contrary, she will seek to refine them. It is by refining what we consider to be correct that we achieve excellence. I can play violin very well, but I can refine my technique to become a virtuoso. I've got 2 points for you to cultivate excellence if you want to. First one is to deepen mastery, and second is to develop a keen awareness. Number 1 tip, deepen mastery. Let's return to the violin example. Let's say you play it well, maybe even very well, but you want to go further. You go. Study advanced techniques, learning new fingerings, exploring complex musical styles, working on the precision and fluidity of your playing. You go analyze master performances, listening closely to virtuoso violinists, identifying the nuances and details that distinguish them, and incorporating these elements into your practice. And then you go also seek expert feedbacks by taking lessons with a demanding teacher, for example. That's very brave, but I think that would be very efficient. Also, participating in masterclasses and seeking constructive advice from experienced musicians. Now, to develop a keen awareness, you are going to look at yourself with a spectator eye and analyze objectively. You analyze the impact of your actions by analyzing the results of your work, identifying potential areas for improvement, and adapting your approach to maximize positive impact. You would also changing your environment, staying ahead of new trends, exploring innovative perspectives, and adapting your skills to meet ever-changing needs. And then your own process. You need to analyze your own process by observing your work habits, identifying the elements that promote excellence and those that hold you back, and optimizing your approach for peak performance. And I have a bonus tip for you. Do not try to excel in everything at the same time. Give your all to a particular project and wait until you excel before tackling something else. And I'm teaching myself here because I know I'm someone who likes to do several things at the same time. But I know my limits now because I've made mistakes, and I'm telling you now. Just a quick example, a small example. I'm one of those readers who cannot read one book and then finish it and start another one. I have 7 current read right now. I tried to read one by one, but I just cannot. So I reduced the number because yes, it was more than that. And now my strategy is to put more time in the book that I prioritize. So I will spend, 10 hours a week on one book in particular. And then the others, I would spend less time, and I will be indulgent with myself if I don't have as much pace as I have for the first book, the one that I prioritize the most, then it's okay. I give myself the time. But the first one needs to be done. And I focus my time and energy more on this one. And then the rest, I continue to read them, but, slowly but surely. So really, it's an advice I can give to you, because if you try to master many skills at the same time, you just cannot excel as good as you could if you were focused on one thing. And you will meet frustration, and you will not be rewarded by, the fact that you can see yourself improve and going somewhere. This is so rewarding to see yourself moving forward, to see yourself getting knowledge and applying it and really getting these skills. So to avoid frustration and to make sure that you see yourself moving forward, try. So I'm not saying don't multitask. If you can do it, that's good. But try to really focus on one thing in particular and give yourself some time and indulgence, I'll say, for the others. And I am ending today's podcast with a Bible verse that is good food for thoughts until next week about what excellence can lead us to. This is in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29, and it tells us, "Have you seen a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure people." If you like this podcast, if you have any questions or suggestions, don't hesitate to leave me a comment, like, or share. If you also like affirmation words, visit my YouTube channel, Madame Kabongo. You will find a video specifically on excellence in the Affirmations for the Elegant Woman playlist. For even more advices to become the best version of yourself in etiquette and elegance in communication, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You will always find me there under the same name, Madame Kabongo. Thank you. Be curious, push your limits, and make excellence your attribute. See you next week.